Good morning, everyone, members of council, friends and family, and emergency responders, career, volunteer, active, and retired. Welcome to the department's annual awards program. This year, we will recognize several members for service and also recognize 911 dispatchers and White Rose EMS personnel for actions taken on an emergency call. We will have a captain promoted to assistant chief and will recognize 4 members of the department who retired recently, a loss of 96 years service, 96 years combined service. We will also recognize a longtime volunteer for a recent award he received, and the ceremony will conclude with the naming of the 2013 Firefighter of the Year. Today gives us a chance to recognize the work of our first responders, not only firefighters, but our 911 dispatchers and our EMS personnel. Not every member will be receiving an award today, but we do recognize the effort, dedication, and commitment that each of you give on a daily basis. This past year was busy for the department. The department answered over 2,800 calls for service, including numerous multiple alarm fires. During the past year, we had 2 firefighters join the department, Steve Bowman Jr. and Clifton Frederick, and I see they're both here today. If you can just, so welcome to the department. Welcome. Okay, first thing today we're going to do is recognize 4 members who retired recently from the department. And what I'll do is I'll call your name. When I call your name, just come up, and I have something here to read to you. And first of all, I want to mention we have something here probably the first time in our department. 3 firefighters that came on the job together, they started the same day, have retired within 2 months of each other. So the whole group that came on together retired together. So I guess they're dedicated to each other. Yeah. So I can't remember. I think we've had partners retire together. But yeah, this is to have 3 that came on together and retire together. I think is the first for our department. First will be firefighter Terry Newcomer, and I saw he's here. Come on up. Firefighter Newcomer actually started his service with the department as a volunteer with the Lincoln Fire Company. He joined the department as a career firefighter on August 23rd, 1993. Firefighter Newcomer received several awards during his career, including the Chief's Commendation for doing CPR on a person involved in a car accident on Roosevelt Avenue in 2009. Due to his actions, the patient did survive. He also received recognition for his role in the fire at the Roadway Inn in 2013. During his career, Firefighter Newcomer was assigned to Station 9 on C Platoon. Firefighter Newcomer retired on February 27, 2014, after 20 and a half years of service. Congratulations, Duke. And the retired firefighters today will be presented with their retirement badge. There you go. Congratulations. Thank you. Firefighter Jason Rhodes. Firefighter Jason Rhodes started his career with the department also on August 23rd, 1993. Before joining the department, Firefighter Rhodes served our country as a member of the U.S. Army. Firefighter Rhodes worked on A Platoon before transferring to fire prevention. He worked in fire prevention until his retirement. Firefighter Rhodes retired from the department on April 1st, 2014, after 20 and a half years of service. Congratulations. Make sure I give you the right one. Congratulations. Firefighter Gordy Myers. Firefighter Myers began his service with the department as a volunteer firefighter with the Vigilant Fire Company. He became a career member on August 23, 1993. Firefighter Myers received several awards during his career. He received the Firefighter of the Year Award in 2000. He received a letter of commendation in 2011 and received recognition for his role in the Roadway Inn fire in 2013. During his career, firefighter Myers assisted with maintenance of the department's apparatus and equipment. His work saved the city countless dollars. Firefighter Myers spent his career on C Platoon working out of Station 2. Firefighter Myers retired on April 26, 2014, with 20 and a half years of service. Congratulations. And Assistant Chief Larry Schroyer. Assistant Chief Schroyer also began his career with the department as a volunteer firefighter with the Lincoln Fire Company. Prior to joining the department as a career firefighter, Assistant Chief Schroyer served our country as a member of the U.S. Air Force. Assistant Chief Schroyer began his career with the department on January 15, 1980. He was promoted to lieutenant in January of 2000 and promoted to assistant chief in January of 2009. Assistant Chief Schroyer received numerous certifications during his career, including fire officer, fire inspector, and building code official. Assistant Chief Schroyer received numerous awards during his career. In 1987, he received a letter of commendation for his actions at a fire on Jefferson Avenue, where 5 civilians were rescued from a second-floor rear balcony. In 2011, Assistant Chief Schroyer received recognition for his role in a fire investigation that quickly led to an arrest of an arson suspect. In 2012, he was awarded the letter of commendation for performing CPR on a person he came across while off duty. And in 2013, he was recognized for his actions as the commander at the Roadway Inn fire, which was in 2013. Assistant Chief Schroyer retired on August the 6th, 2014, after 34 and a half years of service to the city. He retired as the assistant chief on C Platoon, was his last assignment. He is the son of retired firefighter William Schroyer and the grandfather of the little chief who's here with us today. That's Tyler. Chief, congratulations. Congratulations. And I'm sorry, any of the retirees want to say anything? Or? Okay. All right. Thank you all. Congratulations. Okay. Mayor, are you ready to read an oath? Okay. Okay. Good morning.
Sorry for being
Good morning.
late.
Good morning.
Good to see you. We're ready for
Yep.
a promotion?
Yeah. Yep.
Great.
And okay. So I got something here. Okay. Next thing for today is a promotion of Captain Chad Deerdorf to Assistant Chief. And Chief Deerdorf, please come up. Okay. Assistant Chief Deerdorf started his career with the department on March 6, 1995. He was promoted to captain on March 20th, 2009. Assistant Chief Deerdorf has received numerous awards during his career. He received the Chief's Commendation in 1998 and in 2006 for rescuing civilians from fires. He also received the 2005 Firefighter of the Year Award. He has obtained several certifications, including EMT, Fire Officer 1 and 2, Fire Inspector 1 and 2, and Fire Instructor. He is also he's finishing courses for his bachelor's degree, which will be pretty soon, November. His last assignment before promotion was captain on B Platoon. Assistant Chief Deerdorf serves as the department's training officer and EMS officer. Assistant Chief Deerdorf is married to Jess, who is here today, and have 2 children, Adam and Sophia, and they're both sitting right up front here. And I think you guys want to come up? Want to come up here with Dad? Okay. And Mayor Bracey will read the oath for Chief Deerdorf.
All right, great. Well, it's my honor. Chad and I have had the pleasure of working together for a while.
Yes.
Before he didn't be as mayor, and I've watched you, and I'm honored to be able to render this oath for your promotion. So if you would please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name,
I, Chad Theodore,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations,
Thank
Chief.
you.
And pinning his assistant chief badge on today is going to be his children.
They practice. Michael Higgins. He'll be our assistant chief.
Okay.
Chief?
Okay, the next item for this morning is recognize one of our volunteer firefighters. He's not here today. He actually had a doctor's appointment, so he may be coming in here later. During this year's annual convention of the York County Firefighters Association, the countywide they named a Senior Firefighter of the Year, and this year it went to one of our volunteer firefighters, Albert Schaefer. I think many of you here know Albert. Albert has been a volunteer with our department for 60 years. He still comes out. He takes our service truck to calls. He shows up to training. He cleans the truck. He does weekly equipment checks. So we wanted to recognize that award that he received. We're very proud of him. He has no indications of slowing down. He's sorry he couldn't be here. He told me he couldn't cancel his doctor's appointment, but he may be coming in here soon. And if he does, we'll stop and recognize him when he does come in. So just recognizing Albert Schaefer, volunteer for over 60 years of service to the city of York. Okay, the next, this is going to be a little bit different than I had planned. We had a victim who received serious burns in a fire. I was hoping she would be here. She told us she would be here this morning. I don't see her yet. She was kind of key to this ceremony, and I was hoping she would be here. But we're going to go ahead and proceed anyway. If she does come in, obviously we'll recognize her. But I'll go ahead and just tell you a little bit about the story, and we'll recognize those that were involved in this call. And I'll give you a little bit more detail on the call as we go along here. In the emergency services, we often encounter patients and rarely receive any updates on their condition or outcome once care is transferred or we part ways. We also talk about the chain of survival. The chain of survival is a series of links needed to increase the chance for a patient to survive an injury or illness. The links include an early call to 911, prompt response from first responders, and prompt arrival of EMS. If one of those links is broken or doesn't happen, the chance for survival decreases greatly. Earlier this year, I was fortunate to have a young, very pretty lady stop in my office. She introduced herself and explained that she was the girl burned in a cooking fire several months prior. She told me of the surgery she went through since the fire and told of the progress she was making. She had vivid memories. Great. Come on in. Come on in. I was just talking about you.
You were? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I was so late.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, now I lost where I was. Okay. Something about a young, pretty lady. Okay, that's where I was. Yeah. So I was telling when you stopped in the office, you told me about the fire, how your surgeries went, the progress you were making. And you were interested in meeting those that cared for you that
Definitely.
day. Yeah. Well, I quickly realized that the chain of survival remained strong that day. The 911 dispatchers took the initial call. Fire department arrived, made sure the fire was out, and provided emergency care. EMS arrived and pre-hospital care was provided, and the patient was transported to York Hospital. So today we have those here, and I think we have most of them. I'm going to call the names. If we're missing anyone, we'll still call their names.
Okay.
But let me start with the 911 dispatchers that first took your call that day. That was the first link in that series of events, and I believe we have them all here today. Bob Berry with the York County 911. Come on up, Bob. Okay. James Sawyer. Got James. And Michael Grimm. Come on up. And I'll tell you, yeah, we're going to get quite a few people up here. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll start the link down this end and work.
Okay. Okay. The firefighters from our department that responded that day were Assistant Chief Greg Altman, firefighter Dave Bowman, firefighter Ivan Falancha. I don't think I saw Ivan. Firefighter Kevin Holtzapfel. I saw he's here. Firefighter Sean Caruso. I don't think he's here. Firefighter Kevin Westover. See him. Firefighter Wade Fleming. Wade. Firefighter Brandon Hyder. I don't think he's here. And firefighter Joe Portner. Okay, so they were the firefighters that the 911 dispatchers dispatched that day to respond to a cooking fire with a burn victim. The White Rose EMS personnel that responded to also provide care were paramedic Brad Anderson. Got Brad here today. Paramedic Jason Ziegler. And EMT Don Sanders. If you could all come up. Yeah, and also, you see we have Danelle here with us today. So, yeah. And you can see what all it takes to help someone out, to save a life. There was a lot of people involved here. I think they each have their own story. They're each piece of this event that we're glad to see her standing here today. And we're going to let Danelle pass out their letters of commendation. Okay. Okay, in the fire department, Chief Alton. Kevin Holtz.
Thank you so much.
Kevin Westover.
Thank you.
Wade Fleming. Paramedic Anderson.
Whole team, huh? Thank you again.
Paramedic Ziegler.
Thank you so much for the help. Last but not least, there you go. Thank you so much for your help. Yes. Is that everyone?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. That is all. And what I can do is I'll go ahead and read what each of their letters say.
Okay.
The 911 dispatchers, the firefighters, and EMS each have their own, but I'm not going to read 12 of them to you. I'll just read. Yeah. So for the dispatchers, their letter reads, on July 6, 2013, at approximately 16:38 hours, you received a call at the York County 911 Center from a female at 156 West Cottage Place, York City, requesting help. The female was able to tell you she had a fire in her kitchen and she was suffering from a burn injury. You obtained vital information and quickly dispatched the appropriate fire and EMS units. With the call dispatched, you remained on the phone with the victim and gave life-saving instructions while first responders were responding. You also provided words of comfort and compassion to the victim. You continued to provide critical information to responding units advising of patient status and the status and location of the fire. Your actions were early in a chain of events that led to the victim making a recovery from her injuries. Your actions are in the highest tradition of the emergency services, and I'm pleased to award you the Chief's Letter of Commendation. And that went to the 911. The firefighters, a similar letter, but on January 6, 2013 at 16:38 hours, you were dispatched to a reported structure fire with a burn victim at 156 West Cottage Place. You arrived on scene to find there had been a fire in the kitchen and found a 24-year-old female patient with serious burns. You made certain the fire in the kitchen was extinguished and began immediate care for the patient. You relayed critical information to arriving EMS units and assisted in patient care and packaging. The patient was taken to York Hospital and then transferred to a burn center and has since recovered from her injuries. Your actions are in the highest tradition of the department, and I am pleased to award you this Chief's Letter of Commendation. And that was to the and the crew from White Rose, on January 6, 2013 at 16:38 hours, you were dispatched to a reported structure fire with a burn victim. While responding to the call, you were advised that a female patient had burns from a cooking fire. You arrived on scene to find there had been a fire in the kitchen and found a 20-year-old female patient with serious burns. You made contact with emergency responders on the scene and began an immediate assessment. You provided advanced life support care for the patient. You packaged the patient and began transport to York Hospital. You relayed critical information to hospital staff so they would be ready to continue care once the patient arrived. Your pre-hospital care of the patient allowed her to make recoveries from her injuries. Your actions are in the highest tradition of the emergency services, and I am pleased to award you the Chief's Letter of Commendation. Anything you want to say?
I just would like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for a quick response and doing a great job. It definitely made a difference. And as you see, I'm still here, I'm still standing, and I'm still going. And it's because of you guys that I'm still here. And I just want to thank you all and continue doing a great job. And to White Rose, I tried to get in contact with you guys. I couldn't. Unfortunately, we couldn't meet up. And I'm just glad to see you guys. Thank you. And I still kind of owe you a bill. But I'm working on that, people. I'm working on it. So thank you so much to everyone. Thanks for coming out.
Okay, and one more thing before we finish here. One other thing Danelle told me when she came in the office that day is she's willing to help us with some fire safety education. She's willing to give back, would like to go out on some fire safety with us, help us with some burn prevention, get our message out. And she was telling me that, was very sincere, and I thought, wow, we need to have this girl in our fire department. So today, we're making you an honorary member of our department. What? Yeah, so I need to give you your... So I'm going to have Mayor Bracey present you with your official uniform shirt.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Come on, you
can put it on now.
Oh, I should. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is cute. Thank you so much. Thank you. So cute. Gotta bedazzle it.
So when we call on you to help us with our fire education, you got a shirt to wear.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to have, I got a little bit more, but if you want to have a seat. Okay. Okay, and then our last item for today is the naming of our 2013 Firefighter of the Year. So I'd like to read this first. Before joining the department in 1997, you served our country as a United States Marine. You have continued to serve your community since your appointment to the department. You routinely use your skills and talent to assist with maintenance of the department's buildings and fleet of vehicles. Your keen mechanical insight and knowledge of vehicle operations and maintenance has contributed greatly to the efficiency of the operations and the safety of your fellow firefighters while saving the city countless dollars. You've been recognized for heroic action several times throughout your career, including the dramatic rescue of a child from a fire on South Queen Street in 1999. In 2013, you continue to serve in Local 627's Honor Guard. You also give of your time to honor military veterans by chairing a committee that provides food to local veterans for Thanksgiving. After 17 years on the job, you still have an enthusiasm for the profession and continue to train and learn, as is evident with your recent Firefighter II certification. You are a well-respected member of the department and serve as a mentor to younger members. Your actions are exemplary and in the highest tradition of the department, and I am pleased to recognize you as the 2013 Firefighter of the Year, Firefighter Will Collins. Firefighter Collins is also going to be receiving a Firefighter of the Year award bar, and that'll be worn on his uniform. So, congratulations.
Thank you, Chief.
Anything you want to say?
Actually, just like my mother to come up and
Yeah.
present me more.
Okay. Yeah, we got some family members who are going to present his bar for him. Okay, who we have? Your mother?
Yeah, my mother, Cynthia Pettis.
Cynthia. Okay.
And she's here from Alabama.
Welcome. Welcome. Good young man you have here. Yeah, and this will be worn on his uniform throughout the remainder of his career. You want to put? Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Did you want to introduce anyone else? Yeah.
Sure.
Go ahead. They made a long trip.
Yeah. She's the only one from out of town.
Okay.
I have my son, Darrell, stand up, Darrell. He's now living in Philadelphia and working for Pepsi. I have my mother, Cynthia, my wife, Kaji, my mother-in-law, Wanda Cook, and my youngest son, Tyke Collins.
Good. Welcome. Okay, this concludes today's ceremony. Congratulations to Assistant Chief Chad Deerdorf on his promotion. Congratulations to all award recipients. Thank you to all firefighters, all EMS personnel, and all 911 dispatchers for all you do every day. Thank you to everyone that joined us today. Your support is appreciated. The award recipients will be available for the press at the conclusion. So, thank you. Thank you.